coming? Have you seen anybody? How did we get stuck out here? Do you know where the rest of our people are? Can anybody get in touch with our command unit? We're off track. I think I know a way. I think I know a way out. I got you. We gotta go real slow though. Come here. Alright, let's turn off this nonsense and we'll go back through what I gave you the other day. And it's good to see you. I'm going to go back through what I gave you the other day chronologically and show you where I want these substitutes put in. We're substituting the push-ups and the push-up position shoulder touches. So again, your warm-up will consist of your half kneeling hip flexor stretch. We're going 30 seconds aside here. 28, 29, 30. Remember to squeeze the glute. 30 seconds here. Squeeze the glute. Nice broad chest. Kind of work those shoulders down here. 30 seconds. Or, longer if you feel like you still need some time to get that muscle relaxed. And then we're going into the doorway pec stretch. That's 30 seconds aside. Right here. I'm twisting away from where my elbow is just inside that doorway. And make sure your elbow stays down below the shoulder. And, just remember to make that real lax. You're going for a stretch there. 30 seconds aside. And then we're doing world's greatest stretch here. 10 each. And remember, you want to try to work on extending fully through that knee with the back leg. And we're working against the forward leg. So we'll do it like this. You want to go 10 each side there. And we're down on the ground. We're ready for the T-dogs. Hands below the armpits. And you're here. Eyes follow the elbow. Both down and up. That gets your neck associated with, that shoulder mechanism there. And a lot of times we get quick in what we do and we divorce ourselves from fundamental movement. 10 each on the T-dogs. But then you'll go into your external rotations. This is the one that has you with the band anchored, about bottom of the sternum height. And underhand grip. Elbow stays 90, but does not push into the rib cage. Now you want to fire up that rotator cuff muscle group, responsible for stabilizing the scapula. 10 each on those external rotations. And then we're going into hip swings. And that has us like this. Aruba, Jamaica, Lord, take you to the man. And we're here. Here's what we're going for. About this tempo right here. Let me get you a better view. My bad, I'm kind of swinging this. So I would normally have the rest of the wall there, but to get myself in the picture, I'm going to act like I'm supporting myself up against this poster. you almost want that just kind of suspended from the socket. You just want to relax that whole muscle around the hip complex there. And the ankle on your supporting leg is getting a lot of mobility too. All right. And then freestyle lateral walks. We know those, we love them. We're walking out laterally with our toes pointed toward our knees, most of our weight on our heels, hands forward, arms straight. Inevitably, you're going to be squeezing your glutes there. That's always a good thing. And moving laterally, that's good too. Okay, and then you would go into what we were going to, what I described the other day, and that was the half kneeling single arm row and your strict body weight squats. 15 on both of those, 3 rounds. And then the next superset, instead of doing the push-up position shoulder touches, I think you said you did switch this to what I'm going to show you. And if that's the case, you deserve, I got to give you $5 on that because that's the finder's fee, right? $250, 10%. All right. But really work and adjust the intensity with the height of whatever you have available. Looks like you had some nice furniture in that room that you can choose from which to do your planks with marches. And always pick up your feet, keeping your knees straight. That way everything comes from the glutes, and it should be no kind of lumbar or anything else associated in getting that foot up because it's real controlled. So shift all that tension, all that work to the glutes. You're here, and you're not, you want to get out of that key fighter posture. So get as close to the thing you are doing your plank on without actually supporting yourself. And usually that has you in a good spot. Not here, but just kind of right in there where you kind of relax, and then you're picking up your feet. To the tune of 10 each. Work on increasing that number up to 20 each. And I think we'll be good there now. Good work on switching that out. That's perfect. The kettlebell bottom loaded windmill, you would superset those two with. And then your second or your third superset was I think I threw push-ups and single leg bridges in there. Instead of doing the push-ups, I really want you to try to do the swimmers like we did in the gym. You need a high anchor point. You need to be able to trust that anchor point and the band and the handle, everything associated with it, any kind of connection between those two, the handle and the band. And, make sure you got enough room because it should be working toward an explosive movement, and you want to make sure you're clear of anything that could impede your hands or your arms when you move them down towards just past the hips. What I was going to suggest was, I think you can see where this would work out maybe if you had this capability, would be to take something like this band here. And if this was, if worse comes to worse, I'll show you a couple of different methods. But just take this band here, and I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. But I think if I had the time and the wherewithal, I'd show you a workable thing. But I think you'll get the idea here. All right, so I'm going to try to show you as much as what I'm going to be talking about. I feel good about that, I think. Okay, it's on my orange juice bottle. So you would take maybe something like, something solid that you trust, and, put it on one side of the door and shut that door. That where, that baton or whatever you're using, stops. And I mean, shoot, I've got a squat rack in my living room. I know you're not like that. So you're probably a lot more particular about your furniture and your house and the trims and stuff that you got going on in your room. So uh, I'll show you a couple other methods. So with our swimmers, here's what we're going for. And you could probably come up with some stuff on your own once you see, the criteria. So this is my squat rack here, and this anchor point is going to be, I'm about 6 foot, so this is about 6 foot right here. Eye level is good. Let's see, chest level maybe. Yeah, I think you can probably do chest level. So, maybe that treadmill, the topmost part of the treadmill that you think would anchor that band, do some swimmers. Let's see how low we can go. Let's go bring the bar off. You could probably, it just depends on your stance. I think it's relative to the angle of your torso. Because if you're here, let's say this is in a pinch, you could probably even get on your knee, maybe. Let's see. This is bad TV. I think that'll work. I really do. If you feel, you know how we did those. So if you're getting a different feeling out of that, let me know. You're limited by your range of motion if you do it that way, but I don't think you're going to. I don't think you're putting yourself in a bad position as long as you keep your trunk, from bowing here or flexing. Keep your chest proud. Make everything come through that axis of rotation right there through the shoulders. Knock out 15 of those and pair that with your single leg bridge. We're going here, 15 each. Another way you can intensify that is work on moving your non-working leg farther away from your body, like this, and that weight distributed far away from the working part of your anatomy is making it work harder. So it's farther away, the weight shifting through the body and everything. 15 aside on those, and then I don't know if you were doing the stomps in between the supersets. If you were, good work. I think that's probably one of the quickest ways to probably build bone density without any kind of research or any kind of informed opinion there. It just seems like it would cause the most kind of trauma, and that seems to be what we're going for in bone stimulation, right kind of trauma. But we can go a little bit more fitness-based and I think a little bit more fun with what I got cooked up for us here as a substitute for the stomp. So if you want to keep on doing the stomps in between the supersets, I think I suggested 10 aside on that. Then by all means do so. You're not going to get in a bad way, and those stomps I don't think are too fatiguing, but maybe some feedback on that because I don't have anybody else doing that. If you are doing them, I think I left it optional. But I think this, what I got next, Met Finisher, is going to be more cardiovascular at the end of your workout. And I'm thinking of something real simple. We'll get the heart rate up, kind of create that little micro trauma we're going for. Take, your band, something you won't trip on, and, just run back and forth as fast as you can. Make it fun, go back and forth 20 times, see how long that takes, and then try to cut that number down. Give yourself a break, and, I would just do some light stretches, something like that you normally respond to real well as a cool down in between, and just kind of gauge your biorhythms there, your heart rate and your breathing, and let them come down, and then go back into the forward and backward line drill I just showed you 20 times again, and then just kind of slowly get yourself back down to a resting rate, and let me know how this one is treating you. Sorry, I was lax on this. I got sick yesterday, and everything's more heightened now, so it was just a bug. It was just a stomach bug. It just lasted one day, but it canceled me, and it kind of put me back for the next today, so apologize, and hopefully you'll get something out of this one. Let me know how it goes, and Happy New Year.